Okay, this is the Gelmaster preformer, and we're going to just preform a round topaz. So first of all, we align it by alignment pin. It's got an allocation groove. Just gently tighten that, and then give that a bit of a tighten. We're going to set it at 90 degrees. And then it tightens from the back. This is your height adjuster. You don't want it wound right up. You want it backed off a little. And then slide it forward so that just the first centimetre or so is protruding. And then we're going to grind. A little bit of finger pressure. You can see where the stone's high and low, it catches more, turning into the rotation of the wheel. You established a girdle. So that should be okay. Lift it up, wipe any sludge off your slide. I always wipe the machine down. It's always messy when you're on a roughing wheel, but if you keep your machine wiped down, it only costs you tissue. Now we're going to change the angle. Now it's topaz, so the recommended angle, if you look on the chart on the wall, it'll tell me it's got to be cut at 39. It's too close to the critical angle. So I always cut my topaz at 41, and we want to add 1.5 degrees, so 43 and a half. So I'm just going to split it because it's in full degrees. That'll do. Tighten it. Always lower with your hand under the head, or in this case the preformer. Lower it down onto the lap. You can wind it up a little. Against the wheel. Lower. A little bit of tension pushing down. And that's almost at a point. Click it up, lock it off, make sure that does lock in. Once again, wipe everything down, lift to the top. Now that's at the roughing stage. So we've got a cone there, comes to a point, got a girdle established. Now we're going to go to a fine wheel and just give it a fine finish. I think we'll use the 3-in-1. This is a 600 Super, so it's one of the better cutting laps you can get. Back it up. We're going to turn it around, release, drop it down, wind it up a bit. It's just making contact now. It's a finer wheel, so it's going to give you a better finish. Very sharp finish. Only needs a little bit. Wind it up. Put it back to 90 degrees. Back it up, lower it down. Got a fair bit to take off. I'll lift it up with my thumb, tighten. Until it makes no sound. Lift it off. Okay, now what I'm going to do to polish that girdle, because it's already established, it's perfect round, and we're going to have a continuous girdle on this stone. I've got a spinner. I'll leave that. I'm going to what's called piggyback a polishing lap. So I'm going to piggyback the copper. So I'll stick a copper on top of my existing polishing disc. I'm just going to move this in, lift it up a little. You just want the girdle to hit. That gives it a good 6mm, 8mm thick that lap is, I think, off your existing lap. You don't need as high speed, get some 8,000 polish. We're only going to do this girdle at 8,000, it's only a commercial stone. But it's good 8,000, and just slowly wind it in. Just slowly, gentle pressure, lift it up. If you leave it stationary, you will get a flat. Rub a bit more diamond. You can repeat the process with the final lap. So the back of a zinc lap, you put 100,000 on it, you can get 100,000 finish on it. So it's really a matter of choice. Wipe your stone. There you go. And that is a primo polish. Preformed, ready to start cutting.